FCT chapter. Good evening and welcome to another episode of the Town Planning Program. On this program, we discuss critical issues in urban and regional planning. My name is Olubumi Ruben. And on today's program, we will be taking a look at the role of women in urban and regional planning in the FCT Part 2. Remember last time we started that, so today is going to be a part 2 of that. And joining me, we shall discuss about the inclusion and the challenges faced. Then, joining me today, I'm so excited. I am very excited. Joining me today on today's program are two passionate advocates for women in urban and regional planning. So I have the pleasure to introduce to you Town Planner Rekiat Aiza Fache, a fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Town Planners, also FICA, fellow Institute of Corporate Administration of Nigeria. She is also the national chairman, Association of Women Town Planners in Nigeria, AWTPN. Come on. Come on. You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
And
my
also,
dear sister.
and also with me is Town Planner Jamila Shehu Bello. She is a member of the Nigerian Institute of Town Planners. She is also the Chairman Association of Women, Chairperson Association of Women Town Planners in the FCT chapter.
Thank you for having me.
Very powerful women.
So my co-hosts, you should be very careful today. I have two powerful women with me today, and also my co-host.
I'm blessed among women.
Yes.
Yeah.
So today you're he for she, right?
Yeah.
Today, and also my able co-host, Town Planner Dr. Kingsley Kanu. He's a member Nigerian Institute of Town Planners, and he's also the second vice chairman of the FCT chapter. But why? I don't have Town Planner in my name. I think I need to add Town Planner to my name.
Don't worry, we'll give you
Do something
honorary.
about that.
Okay, I
Do
need to
something
add.
about
Okay,
that.
so you are welcome. You're all welcome to today's program. And I know today's program is going to be very exciting and informative. Now, before we continue, the Nigerian Institute of Town Planners FCT chapter wishes to thank everyone for being a part of the 2025 FCT Town Planners Day.
Thank you.
They really appreciate what your presence and your contributions at the program yesterday. And also to Eagles 102.3 FM for their support for the program. If you were not there yesterday, I can bet you missed, because I was there. I was there, yes. It was very insightful and informative. So please, I think you should listen in today, and maybe you get to hear some part of what happened yesterday. Then before we start, you can watch us live on Facebook, Eagles FM Abuja, and also on YouTube, Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. So let's let the program begin today. Yes, once more I greet my powerful women with me in the studio today. And I would like to start with you, the national chairman.
Thank you.
We've talked about women, and thank God you are here, and you are a passionate advocate for women.
Thank you.
And so the first question goes to you. So for women, how can women professional town planners, because I believe you are a professional town planner, so as a professional woman town planner, how can they bring about gender transformative urban planning? Gender transformative urban planning.
Thank you very much, my dear moderator. I'll have to start by saying that this present administration's agenda is a constructive, transformational goal. And ever since I took over, we've been doing amazing things as regards advocacy, mentorship, and capacity building.
Okay.
And as for the question that you just asked me,
Yeah.
I believe that women professional town planners can bring about gender transformative urban planning in the following ways.
Okay.
Take, for instance, the first one I will have to talk about is, incorporating gender analysis, That's conducting gender analysis
Okay.
to identify the different needs and experiences of
Okay.
both men and,
And
women
women, okay.
in the urban spaces,
All
and
right.
adding or using them to inform the urban planning process.
Okay.
We're talking about inclusive gender,
Yes,
gender
yes,
inclusive
inclusive.
design, and all of that. So
Yes.
we'll have to get their
Yeah.
analysis and co-opt both of them in our design analysis.
Okay.
The second one is designing inclusive spaces. I'm so passionate about this because I started my career from Parks and Recreation, where we have parks and gardens.
Wow.
And when we talk about designing inclusive spaces, public spaces, parks are one of them. Then convenience too.
Okay.
So how do we manage that? How do we have that inclusive public spaces?
Okay.
There, we have to put it in our design to make sure that the design is not just inclusive but safe.
Okay.
Safe, secured, and even accessible. Okay. It has to be very, very accessible to all members of the societies, irrespective of gender.
Okay.
Age, and even their disabilities or ability. You understand?
Yeah.
Because we all have our own unique perspective ways. The men, the women,
Yes,
the children,
yes.
the disabled. So take, for instance, when you're designing for parks, you have to make sure that the surveillance cameras are well lit,
Okay.
they are well positioned.
Yep.
Then the lighting,
Okay.
make sure you have adequate lights for the safety of the women and girls. We talk about rapes, we talk about so many things. So
security.
if the park is not well lit, so how do you? That's not inclusive enough.
Okay.
So all these things have to be taken into consideration. That's designing an inclusive, safe, and accessible public spaces for all members of the society. Then the third one is engaging with communities. Good and fine. No matter what we do, we have to go local because planning is local. So we have to get in touch with the local communities, especially in terms of the women and girls, to understand their needs. My dear, what you like might not be what I like.
Exactly.
You understand?
Yes.
Our needs are different.
Are very different.
Our priorities are different.
Yeah.
All those things have to be taken into consideration to ensure that their needs and priorities are well protected. And both the men and the women. That's why when you talk about the women, you have to talk about the youth.
Right.
So that their voices could be heard and they could be part and parcel of the decision-making process. So we have to go quickly to the advocating for policy change. Of course, at times there's need for us to review our laws and regulations. It might not suit. Something just happened recently of which I don't want to talk, but because we know that it's not gonna work.
Okay.
It is not gender inclusive. We actually kicked against,
Instead.
and we're very passionate, and
about
our
it.
men are
Yeah.
very passionate.
Yeah.
They just say, "Oh, you people can go and
Through
go
advocacy.
go and have whatever you want to have." In fact, our men are I must say that they are very cooperative,
Oh,
and
that's
whatever we
good.
do, we only compliment
What they
their actions.
Yeah.
We are not competing with them,
Yes,
but
it's not
just to
competition
help them to project the profession outside there. And thank God that we're making waves and the profession is gaining ground, gaining momentum. So building capacity again, of course, you can't do what you don't know. So we have to, for us to be equipped, there should be capacity building for our women. Our women should be well equipped in terms of knowledge, in terms of ideas. We're talking about technologies and all of the new innovations that are coming out. We have to equip ourselves so that when we face the public, they know that yes, these women.
Just like you're doing today. Just like you're doing today.
Thank you so much. And we have the collaboration and the partnership. Thank God, we've been partnering with our allied sisters professionals. We have the architects on board, the female architects of Nigeria, and we have the Association of Professional Women Builders of Nigeria, and we have the APWEN, Association of Professional Women Engineering of Nigeria.
Wow, so we have that.
Yes, we've been collaborating, and in fact, they invite us for their programs. And guess what? Even last year, that we had our tree planting by the AWTP and here in FCT, they were all in attendance, and that's the collaboration we're talking about. Because we can't do it; it's for everybody. We can't do it alone. So we have to share ideas, and so that we can have a holistic, perspectives when it talk about any designs and everything. We need the architect, we need the builders, we need the surveyors, we need the engineers. So, and for the partnerships, we've been trying to partner with both national and international organizations. We have UN Women, we have the Federal Ministry of Women Affairs, because when we talk, we're gender before NITP. I'm sorry, I will have to say women. So we have to align with the doctrines of the Federal Ministry of Women Affairs, and all other international organizations like International Women in Metropolitan, all over the world. So I think we are doing great.
You deserve an applause for that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay.
So she has really spoken on participation.
Wealth of experience.
Yeah, she has spoken on participation and inclusive decision making, ensuring that women are mainstream in decision making.
Yeah.
So, to the FCT chairperson, we want to know, how can women advocate for inclusive spaces and mainstream gender sensitive approaches in terms of maybe land allocation, your urban designs, urban and rural designs, in management of the environment? How do you ensure you mainstream people into this both governed and ungoverned spaces?
Okay, thank you for having me. When you say how do we advocate for mainstreaming of gender sensitive approaches, it has to do with policies, plans, processes. So I think what women can do, we as women town planners, what we can do is we can first maybe have policy influence, pushing for laws and regulations that guarantee equitable land allocation, participatory planning, where you create platforms where women, youth, the vulnerable, everybody, all their activities are the land use decisions, the designs and management are actually participatory. Then you can also have gender sensitive designs, whereby those designs are not just holistic, without taking consideration of women need XYZ, people with disability need XYZ, for example. You can have having ramps, urinary spaces and things like that. Then
even for nursing mothers.
Nursing mothers.
Nursing mothers is very, very important, because you see people nursing children and they're looking for where
to hide
to nurse their children. And I don't think it's something we should be hiding about. Is because all of us actually went through mothers. So I don't think it should be like that. So planning should capture all these issues. Then also we need to partner and advocate for it, because when you look at it, people don't even know about this planning we're talking about. So this advocacy, like what we're doing today, is very important. And it goes a long way. Then I think apart from even having just the professionals do it, even, I think NGOs too should start advocating for it.
Included in it.
Yes, they should be included. And at the end of all this, we should monitor it. After getting all this, we should monitor it, and we as town planners need to be accountable for it. We should account for it. If if we fight for something, we get it, we monitor it, we manage it properly, we monitor it, and be accountable for it. Thank you so much.
All our decisions today impact everybody.
Yes,
everybody.
Because if you go to the health sector, all hospitals are built on ground. The schools are built.
Slightest mistake you can think about it affects
everybody.
It transportation across everyone. So those little mistakes have to stop. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So before we go to the next question, I would like to open the phone lines for people who want to call in and ask questions. We have able people here to answer the questions for you. And the numbers are 090-9705-4450, 090-8766-8888, 090-7353-0044. I'll call the numbers again, 090-9705-4450, 090-8666-8888, 090-7353-0044. So call in and ask your questions. And also, don't forget to drop your comments on Facebook. Now, back to the national chairman. Now, we know that there are some challenges, right? And we'd like to ask you that in the face of mounting urban planning challenges, how can AWTPN, that's Association of Women Town Planners, be an opportunity to turn adversity into innovation and harness her rich human capital and resources to create inclusive, livable, and sustainable environments?
Yeah, thank you very much. We have several ways, several tools we can use to actually harness our rich human capital and resources to create inclusive, livable communities and sustainable environments, a sustainable environment for all.
Okay.
The first one is, let me just start by saying that it's actually, we can actually promote knowledge sharing. You know, I said it the other time that we have to share among our members the new technologies, the new, they should be able to take charge of the new technologies and stay updated on the best practices, you know, and you know, you can actually use that to harness the potentials of making our environment sustainable. And at the same time, we have empowering women in planning. How do we do that? You know, maybe after the capacity building, they get to know, you know, maybe this clean stove initiative. You know, everything is all about, we are women. So no knowledge is lost. No knowledge is waste. So we can, after because we have it in mind to do that clean stove initiative,
which will definitely mitigate climate.
Yes, climate change. Apart from even mitigating the climate change, it will also serve as a kind of empowering our women, because instead of you can go into sales of this clean stove, and you can actually to leverage poverty, and you know, the empowering of women again. There are so many initiatives, like even this GPS, using the GPS, you know, to locate plots and all of that. You could use that, so somebody can call, oh, please, can you help me locate this site and all of that. So it's a source of empowering our, especially our young female town planners that are jobless and all that, but with the capacity, because they go pari passu, you understand? So after the training, they get this, and you know, there are several ways of which we can actually turn adversity into potentials. Advocating for inclusive planning. Of course, the order of the day globally, we know that the gender inclusive, you know, is the order. Yes, gender inclusive planning is the order of the day, and everybody is clamoring for that. So we have to advocate planning practices that prioritize the needs of the vulnerable populations. We're talking about the women, the youth, the children, the disabled people in our community, and you know, so that at least when we advocate for them, that can also boost the planning stuff. So building partnership again and collaboration they are still part of it, because when you partner with NGOs, some of them you can actually get grants and all of that to carry out some of these projects and programs, policies that can actually translate into, apart from boosting the planning process, it also empowers.
The challenges should be turned to advantage. Just like we learned yesterday that urbanization should not be seen from the negative perspective, but rather seen from as an advantage.
Exactly. So I've talked about capacity building, because it's only when they impact knowledge in them that they get to make use of these opportunities. Thank you so much.
Quite insightful. Very insightful. Yes, over to you, Dr. Henry.
So she has already told us that we really need to involve more women, especially
women participation,
the vulnerable groups. Our all plans we make should capture their needs. Imagine like what we learned yesterday when in the urinals. Do we make provision for children?
For children, yes.
We don't. So we should start thinking towards, have a rethink towards all we do. Thank you very much. So the FCT chair, over to you. We want to know, how can urban planning projects, how can they be designed to better meet the needs and aspiration of women, children, and all vulnerable groups? Those that make, I think they don't, there are names they don't call them now. Living with disability. How can we have designs that captures all their interests?
Okay, thank you. I think by embedding universal design principles, so that built environments are usable by all, regardless of age, gender, or ability, such that whosoever can use it. You have the urinary for children, you have the ramps for people living with disability, and so on. We incorporate safety and security features such that our streets are lit. Surveillance, accessible emergency services, surveillance. We should have CCTV cameras. Although, however, now with the security has to come first.
Also have hotline numbers.
And hotline numbers.
You can easily reach out to the security agencies.
Out to security agencies, and I think the response should be swift.
Yes. Response rate also should be swift.
Yes, it should be very swift. Then designing integrated social infrastructural markets. Such that
can you expatiate a little bit on that?
With you have markets whereby you have childcare facilities. When you come to the market, you don't have to keep running around with children. There's where you can actually keep them, finish your shopping, come back, you pick them up. You can have them for a token.
Market and daycare, more of a compact design.
Like a compact design where you have all those things. You can even have a school close by. Close by, maybe close by school to the neighborhood market, things like that. I think they call them neighborhood compact designs.
It's a new urbanism where you can walk.
Where you can walk around and do everything.
You can walk within.
You don't have to drop your child 5 kilometers away. Then you're in the market, you're thinking, I have to start rushing to go pick them up, and things like that. Or you have to come with them to those markets. Then we need to, by also ensuring affordable and reliable transportation system. Because if you look at it, lack of transportation system actually is a big
issue. It is.
Because a lot of people are finding it difficult to even drive their cars around.
From one place
to the other. Just imagine if we have trains, prams. I'm sure a lot of people will not be driving their cars.
Sure.
Maybe I wouldn't have driven my car here
today.
That again goes a long way to reduce the climate impact.
Yes, it does. With all this emission. Although now we're moving to electric cars.
Electric cars.
You have it here.
No, but when you even think about it, how do they make the batteries? Do you know the amount of earth that is dug to get those batteries?
So
as I think as this part, if they're looking at one side of it and not looking at the other side, let's just
looking at it holistically.
Yes, we need to look at it holistically as town planners. All activities affect the land, So then also, I think we can promote inclusive economic spaces, such as accessible working places, women-friendly market spaces, training hubs to reduce in they call it in equal urban opportunities.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's all have the same opportunities.
Yes, we should all have the same opportunities. So I think if we have this designs, I think it will go a long way. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
In terms of school enrollment, do you encourage our educational sector, our curriculum be made in a way that maybe a certain percent will be given to women to ensure that they come to study planning?
Yes, we can also have that.
Because it's more of a male-dominated profession.
Yes, that will be advocacy. We have to advocate for that. Yes, we advocate for that.
Okay.
So that women can come into studying urban regional planning.
And even in terms of institutional capacity, have laws that, because I look at it holistically in Nigeria or in this space in our legislature, just very few women.
Yes,
from the national, state, and even local.
But so with time we'll get there. Okay. You know, they are giving us the percentages. We are taking it little by little. Wow, so we'll get there eventually.
That was good to know. That was good to know. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I like the part where you talked about transportation because it's a very, very, very big issue.
Yes,
and
it is.
I believe that they'll start looking into that. Yes. So, there's this question. I know you've talked about education. Yes.
Gone,
so we have to be out of here in like
1 minute.
Yes.
Wow.
Anyway,
one minute or 1.5
so
minutes.
my question is this: you've talked about education and vocational training, right? Programs. Now, I want to ask you this question: now, what is the role of mentorship to young girls? Can you give us examples of that?
Mentorship. Like I said earlier, and my doctor here has already helped some of those questions that you have just asked me now. You know, we advocate for, we've been going to schools and we've been meeting with the school authorities, telling them where we feel that maybe the curriculum doesn't really is not too friendly, gender friendly. We ask for inclusive curriculum where all their where the curriculum will now incorporate diverse perspectives and experiences, including those of the women and the marginalized group, so that they can be carried along and the curriculum will be inclusive. So we have you made mention of mentorship programs. Of course, we've been doing that, and we've been advocating both our men and women in planning should at least adopt one or two of our younger ones for mentorship. But at times, it all boils out to the person, the young person that you are trying to reach. Because at times, when the will is not there, how could you understand? You cannot force anybody, but they should make themselves available for mentorship. So we talk about capacity building. Of course, we have to impact more knowledge in them so that they can be useful to the society tomorrow. And we'll have the practical training, we'll have the networking opportunities, just like the program we had yesterday. There was that of, apart from the membership, you have the fellow, you have the YPF, that's Young Planners Program, and you have the student membership. All of them, actually, I saw them when they were networking with the older professionals. That's the way to go.
Okay.
Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity.
In 30 seconds, are there examples? Can you just give us any simple example of mentorship that you have carried out in FCT?
Simple example is by bringing young planners. Mentorship. Yes. Just 2 weeks ago, we had a program. We joined. It was a training program at NIPS. We actually sponsored some of our young planners. Yes, because we feel
NIPS in Kuru.
Yes, NIPS in Kuru. Yes, National Institute of Policy and Strategic Studies. We actually sponsored some of our young planners because we felt it's important. Whether we like it or not, we are on our way out.
They are leaders of tomorrow.
Taking over.
Sustainability.
So thank you so much. Our time is.
Thank you.
So quickly, just if you want to ask more questions, you can send your question to 08061219684. 08061219684. Thank you to our passionate advocates here today, and also to my co-host.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you so much. Once again, today has been very informative and insightful. So please, you can join us same time next week for another episode of the Town Planning Program. My name is Olubomi Ruben. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Thank you.
a city where green spaces thrive, communities connect, and innovation flourishes. Town planning shapes the future from transportation hubs to public parks. Every detail matters. Town planning creates spaces that inspire and uplift the community. Join the conversation every Thursday by 5 p.m. on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. Town planning, building cities that thrive. This is brought to you